So this is going to be another movie review. This is going to be another Adrian mention. This one's called Samurai Cop, 1991. Giving it 5 out of 5 stars. I love this flick. Ex-Sylvester Stallone bodyguard Matt Hannon. Hannon had no experience with weapons training, and all of his formal practice would be classified as MMA. As a result of Hannon's lack of experience and Sherman's inability to direct, all the combat scenes were choreographed by martial arts expert Gerald Okamura, who was in the Octagon and Shoot Fighter. Or they were planned out by the actors themselves, sometimes only 15 minutes before the scene in question was filmed. When actor Hannon had considered shooting to be finished, he had his hair cut short, only to be told that further shooting was to be done. Director Shervin obtained a lady's wig for the actor, which can be seen in several close-up shots throughout the film. Hannon stated that he and several actors became frustrated with the dialogue in the film while also expressing frustration at the lack of multiple takes. Yeah, I'd be frustrated too if I didn't know how to act and I had to do multiple takes. Hannon admitted to intentionally ruining takes due to his frustration, assuming that Shervin would not put them in the film, but these takes ended up in the film anyway. The shooting schedule was also poorly planned, as Hannon and Mark Fraser both assumed the film was finished before Shervin called them in for reshoots in early 1991. All right. I saw the riff tracks version of this. There's also a sequel called Samurai Cop 2 Deadly Vengeance. I bet you Adrian didn't know about that. Gregory Hatanaka, founder of Cinema Epoch, has produced and directed a sequel, Samurai Cop 2 Deadly Vengeance, which was released in 2015. The lead actor of Samurai Cop, Matthew Caradas, who's credited as Matt Hannon, was believed by many fans of the cult hit who have died in the early 2000s, around the same time that Shervin had died. Caradas' daughter, who was his film student at the time, Samurai Cop was reaching its peak cult status. I'd done some internet digging. I realized the fans had started a rumor that her father had died. She convinced Caradas to make a video in which he informed the world that he was still alive. He disclosed in an interview with Red Letter Media that he sent her a video of him explaining his real thoughts on Samurai Cop and that he was in fact still alive. She then immediately took the video and got posted online, and the internet began to buzz with articles and videos, countless reactions to the fact that Samurai Cop was alive and well. Hatanaka, who owned the rights to the original film, was already working on a sequel, Samurai Cop 2 Deadly Vengeance, prior to the revelation that Hannon was still alive. Upon finding out that Hannon was still alive, Hatanaka quickly got him on board the project, and production was ready to begin. Okay. Oh, Karate Man's in the chat room. Yeah, it's got some bad dubbing. You're right about that. Cool flick. The The villain, who's also in the sequel, he likes to keep severed heads on his piano. The Rift Trap guys had fun with that guy. All right. When a renegade Japanese gang knows Katana take control of the cocaine trade in Los Angeles, the LAPD transfer in a samurai policeman from SDPD to help tackle the problem. Well, that's the guy with the wig, Sylvester Stallone's former bodyguard, Matt Hannon. Joe Marshall has been trained by the masters in Japan and speaks fluent Japanese, but dresses like a commoner. An attempted bust meets with failure after a bizarre car chase leads to multiple deaths and only witness burned, unable to testify. Katana boss Fujiyama orders the injured Katana member to be executed and his head displayed on a piano to remind all remaining Katana members of their code of silence. Well, that's one way to remind them. Joe and his partner Frank confront the Katana at the Carlos and Charlie's restaurant on Sunset Boulevard, and they attempt to reprimand them into obeying the law. When that fails, Fujiyama's right-hand man, Yamashita, played by Robert Zedar. Maybe Karate Man can tell me what other movie Robert Zedar is in that I've seen in reviews, because I looked through all 122 of them and I can't find it on my channel. But I do remember seeing him in another movie. He's also in Frogtown 2, Return to Frogtown. Yeah, it's one of those so bad that it's good type movies for sure. Has a cult following now after 2006, thanks to Rift Tracks, I guess. I don't know. Rift Tracks put it on YouTube in 2021, and I didn't even know that it was on there until the following year. Adrian's been asking me to review it for years. It's one of those movies that he keeps asking me over and over again to review. Kind of like Dracula. Anyways. Joe and his partner Frank confront the Katana at the Carlos and Charlie's restaurant on Sunset Boulevard. I already mentioned that. Okay, Joe then stalks Fujiyama's girlfriend, Jennifer, and he seduces her. That's when he's wearing his black Speedo. They become intimate while several of his police comrades are tortured and killed by the Katana gang who are looking for him. Unable to contain his anger any longer, commanding officer Captain Roma, the potty mouth dude, sanctions an assassination on every single Katana gang member. Yeah, I noticed the wig. You could see it in several close-up shots, as I mentioned earlier. But he chopped off his hair because he thought shooting was done. The shooting schedule was so poorly planned that he chopped off his hair, and so the director gave him a woman's wig. So that's what happened. Anyways. So Captain Roma says, shoot first, ask questions later. Joe and Frank head to Fujiyama's compound and gun down every living person. A sword battle between Joe and Yamashita ends the Katana's reign of terror. Selling cocaine on the streets. Oh, the horror. Probably at black market prices too. 1990s drug war going on in LA. All right, cool. So, what do I got coming up? What's after Samurai Cop? So, Karate Man, I reviewed two. Yeah, it's like, here's take one. Okay, cut. We're going to use it. I reviewed two of your mentions. I liked Assault on Devil's Island better than uh, Shoot Fighter 2. But you can watch my reviews and tell me what I missed, or maybe you know something I don't know. Oh, I'm going to watch Attack of the Mayan Mummy next. So that'll be fun. Yeah, I think Mark Hannon purposely flubbed his lines. And then the director used it in the movie. That must have really irritated him. I think this is the only movie that he ever did, right? Mark Hannon. I mean, what other Matt Hannon? Excuse me. Why did I say Mark Hannon? Matthew Caradas, born Matthew J. Hannon, best known as Samurai Cop, was one of Sylvester Stallone's bodyguards during the late 80s. This inspired him to pursue acting. Sly's World, it's a very rarefied air for the very wealthy. It's intoxicating. At that time, he had finished Rambo 3 and Tango and Cash. Spending all that time hanging out with all these celebrities, I decided I want to have at least 1% of what he had. Caritas was unable to get any substantial roles after Samurai Cop, and he withdrew from the entertainment industry for 2 decades. In 1992, he took part in an armed robbery stealing a Rembrandt painting from televangelist Gene Scott's University Cathedral in Los Angeles. The painting was found in the home of Koresh Jadalai, a stunt coordinator who worked on the set of Samurai Cop. Caritas would later get arrested and he was sent to prison. He was largely unaware of the cult status that Samurai Cop had attained over the preceding years. So he's been in American Revenge, 1988, Samurai Cop, and Samurai Cop 2, Deadly Vengeance, the sequel. And he was in some, he played some Serbian soldier in a TV show called Jag. Yeah, Gerald Okamura had to choreograph some of the fight scenes because none of them knew how to fight, especially Hannon. He didn't know anything about samurai swords. All right. Well, Karate Man's well versed in Samurai Cop. He knows about Gerald Okamura, who is also in the Octagon and Shoot Fighter. The first Shoot Fighter, it was Shoot Fighter Fight to the Death. He was in that one. I think he played the ref, or he was like the referee or something. Oh, so you're saying Robert Zadar didn't know samurai fighting? That's samurai. The last scene where with the samurai sword, Robert Zadar versus Matt Hannon in a wig. Even my son thought it would look ridiculous. he was looking at it for about 5 seconds before he went back to his YouTube video game marathon here. Day 4. keep going down the list. Try to whittle it down to 2 or 3 movies tomorrow. Laters.